And boom, monkeys, we are back. Welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel. We apologize that we have been away. Well, I was away internationally, Twinksters. I had a blast on the other side of the world, and I concur with you, Twinkie. That is some fucking faggot ass shit.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
What kind of fucking romantic shit is this, bro?
I don't know, man. Like, I was like, that is not the intro reel music we usually have.
Oh my gosh, bro. I think freaking YouTube's trying to kick us out. Maybe StreamYard's trying to kick us out. Like, yeah, we got to get rid of these cats, man. That's the intro music we're going to give them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The first moon ganger in the chat, Pinche Damian. Got my amigo, freaking Black Label Expat. Twinkie, you and I got to have tacos, kimchi, and fried chicken with this cat, bro.
Yeah.
That's just going to be fire, bro.
Yeah, for sure. BLX is a good dude.
Yeah. And we got Toño 8187. Mr. Toño, you know what? Maybe one of these days we got to get you on stream, bro. We need to get you on stream. Got a lot planned down the woodworks, Twinkie. I know that we had a little conversation with Mr. RG3 up in doggone Vegas. Maybe when he has some free time, we'll do a stream with him.
I'll give him a friendly reminder. Probably run into him at the end of the week when I'm out there.
Yeah. You know, I'm feeling in a pretty energetic mood today, Twinkie. So I'm going to start off with the fragrance of the day, and it's associated with the way I feel, bro. So much so.
Feel fruity?
Fuck you, bitch. I am pretty excited today, monkeys. I got a lot of energy, man. I had too much fucking caffeine. Dude, I need to lay off the caffeine. So I have a lot of Versace Eros energy, bro. Fragrance of the day, bro. It is an eau de toilette. Is this an eau de toilette? Let me check. My eyes are getting worse, bro. No, eau de parfum, bro. This smells like a better smelling Creed Aventus, and it's a lot cheaper, bro. And it evolves as you go through it, man. Definitely recommend it for hot days, which we are headed to here in the States, bro. I don't know about your end, Twinkie, but it's already hot down here in Texas, bro.
It's like 18 degrees here.
Oh, yeah, man. We're pushing, I think, about maybe high 80s today, bro. So it should be getting a lot hotter soon, bro.
Yeah, up here, it's the time of year where, similar to going into winter season, as you start coming out of winter season, the temperature swings just get crazier. Like it'll go from, 50 to 18 to 8, in the span of a couple days.
Yeah, it's
sometimes
crazy, bro.
Even the same day.
Yeah, your dog loves it though, man.
He loves this weather. Yeah. Storm and I will go outside because he's not going to overheat in this weather. So he just wants to be out there for hours on end.
Yeah, man. Fucking, I feel sorry for one of my doggos. Sacred. He's a white German Shepherd. Looks like a wolf. Dude, I have to fucking barber his ass, bro, during the summer, bro. Looks like a thin ass dog, bro, after I barber him up, bro. Because it gets hot down here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it gets muggy up here and it can get hot up here too. But I have a den in the basement, finished room in the basement. It's tile floor. I've got field stone for a fireplace. It's pretty cool down there. I just run a dehumidifier. I don't even need an air conditioner down there. So I'll let Storm hang out in there during the summer season. He'll just go flop on the floor and chill out.
That's cool. So Twinkie, I was in Vietnam, bro.
Yeah, just say hi to Uncle Charlie for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I met him at Macon Delta, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dude, that place is off the chain, bro. Vietnam was a lot of freaking fun. Long story short, man. Me and my boy, his name's Vo, because he's from over there. I met him in the Marine Corps. And we went to this restaurant. I got a spicy beef noodle soup. And then I told the freaking waitress, hey, man, take out the noodle. I don't want the noodles. Give me 3 times the vegetables. Give me 3 times the freaking chicken, 3 times the beef, 3 times the freaking the doggone the seafood. She goes, okay. And then my boy, he got a beef soup too, and he got some dumplings, bro, and he got some other shit, bro. I'm like, I was expecting to pay like about $15. You know how much I paid, Twinkie?
Like $2.
I mean, you're close, $5, bro.
All right, not bad.
Yeah, dude, that place is so much fun. Ladies are beautiful over there too, man. They're very, very attractive, man. People are very friendly, bro. They're always willing to help as well. It's kind of weird though, man. Trying to cross the street over there, it's weird, homie, because everybody rolls in scooters and they roll like in a pack of fish. They're all like rolling in a pack of fish, bro. And then like a bus will come in their opposite direction, bro, and they'll like break up and come back into like a pack of fish again, bro. It's wild. It's like the way they maneuver over there, bro. As far as driving goes, and you cross the street, there's no freaking like stop or light, of course, and you gotta wait for the traffic to stop. Bullshit. You walk into the street while the scooters are rolling, man. They'll just adjust you, bro.
Yeah, so I used to live in a city in Massachusetts nearby. Let's say in that city, it's like less than half of people were white, Caucasian, and the other half was mixed with dominant, like roughly 1/5 the population was some flavor of Asian. And across the street from me was the scooter gang, like full on. You know, they would ride around town on scooters, but like they took it to another level. Like they had colors and like scooter gang colors and like pimped out helmets, and like, you know, these dudes were trying to be hard on scooters, mopeds. It just made me laugh, but you know, to each their own.
Hey man, they rolling on a budget, bro. They were probably Vietnamese, bro, or probably freaking dog.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Vietnamese, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of Vietnamese people in that particular city, but you know, just shit like that would make me laugh.
It was dope though. It was dope, man. Shout out to freaking Alex P. Freaking ready to go to the freaking moon. We got Hex Monkey, tacos, and KimChi, fragrance and firearm. Shout out to you, Mr. Freaking Monkey. This is one cool cat right here, man. We got Diamond Hand Degenerate here, man. Freaking shilling 9-inch as usual. Shout out to you, amigo. Shout out to you. So, Twinkie, I noticed that you shared something on the Twitter chat, bro, about Donald Trump posting something of the nature about a crypto reserve. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah. So I think that news caught a lot of people somewhat off guard today with respect to that post. Basically, Trump showed up and like out of nowhere, it was, oh, by the way, we're going to have a U.S. crypto reserve. And he's posted several things. Basically, you know, paraphrasing here, was that it will elevate the industry after years of corrupt attacks by the, there you go, Biden administration. And so in this, he calls out, you know, first passed this earlier this morning was XRP, Sol, Solana, and Cardano. So I know a lot of people had some mixed opinions about seeing stuff like XRP in there and ADA and like, you know, who finagled what deal, but you know, neither here nor there. Let's say it's a start. And then, oh yeah, PS, BTC, ETH, and other valuable cryptocurrencies will be at the heart of the reserve. And we had talked about this some months back. I think a lot of people became very fixated on the idea of a Bitcoin reserve. But if you actually go watch a lot of his campaign speeches and stumping, he says crypto reserve, not Bitcoin reserve. So I think it'll definitely be part of it. It will not, you know, well, certainly, like even per his own statements today, you know, Bitcoin will definitely be part of it, but other crypto assets will also go into the overall reserve. Now, just because of the way it's phrased doesn't even mean, you know, Solana will necessarily be like, you know, a significant minority or majority per se, so much as it'll definitely be in there in some way, shape, or form. I would still anticipate BTC being the dominant force in it, and then working its way down the line. So time will soon tell. Word on the street is potentially, I think New York Post was saying potentially, also potentially to pump our bags would be a bill being put forward this week for Doge dividend checks, potentially as soon as this week.
Yeah. Wow, but Twinkie, they're gonna have to get that past the Senate.
Well, it's the bill, not necessarily the, you know, an approved thing.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely come, dude. And dude, like, look, man, Democrats are committing political suicide, Twinkie. They're committing fucking political suicide, bro. You know what? Let me share a meme here, Twinkie, if you don't mind, bro. Let's
sure,
meme this out, bro. Since here we go, son. It's this associate who we're talking about.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
Let's go with another one, bro. This is for the Trump haters, bro.
You can't keep getting away with it. You can't keep getting away with it.
That's too hilarious, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. The Democrats are committing political suicide, dude. Yeah, bro. It's not going to go well with you, bro, on the midterms, man, if you fucking choose not to give back people the money that they're supposed to get. And it's not even a stimulus check, Twinkie. It's money that's already in circulation, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't know about that. So, like, let's say I agree that right now the Democrats have an uphill climb. It's a lot of time between here and midterms, right? Like Trump needs to get all the nasty shit out of the way now, in my opinion. so that we are on an upward, relatively smooth trajectory into midterms.
Well, yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, bro. It would have been dope with the recent bill that they passed. Of course, the no taxes on tip, no taxes on overtime did get passed in the Congress. It almost did not make it through, bro. I think it made it by like 2 votes or something. One of the Republicans decided not to vote with it. Of course, it was a bigger bill.
Yeah, that was Massey, and I actually don't disagree with him. Shout out to Representative Massey, who's got some Titanic balls on him.
So when it gets to the Senate, I am hoping that, if they would have included the Doge check in there and then just pass the whole fucking thing with the nuclear option in the Senate. If you cats that don't know, in order for us to get a bill passed in the Senate, you need a supermajority of 60 votes. Utilizing the nuclear option, they could do a simple majority, like 51 votes, and that will make the bill go over the president's desk, and then he signs it. I do know that Obama was very good at using that bill. That's what he used to get the Obamacare bill across, man. So they should have just thrown the fucking little Doge bill in there, man, and fucking doggone signed off on it. That would have been gangster. But have the Doge bill stick around for any cutting Doge does throughout the years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Goes back to the American people for fucking wasteful spending. I think that would have been fucking genius. But then again, the people in Washington that do Washington things know how to do Washington things more than Boogie does, bro. So
100% right. And it's by design too, right? Like, so there's an old saying in systems analysis, the purpose of a system is what it does. Doesn't matter what you want it to be. Doesn't matter what you think about what it should be. The purpose of the system is what it actually does. End of story. So with respect to a lot of what's going on, it's by design, like the corruption is entrenched. It behooves them to keep it that way because they're able to line their pockets or make deals which allow them to line their pockets. So it's been very interesting. I know we were talking a little bit pre-show about the Elon interview with Rogan, where he's like, you walk in and super obvious things like, what was this payment used for? No one knows. There's no coding. There's no traceability on it. It was just made.
Yeah, man.
So,
and that's probably why they're checking the fucking, they're getting SSNs and shit to check to see who the fuck's getting kickbacks off this shit, bro.
Yeah, I think partially it's, I've worked with the government on assorted projects in the healthcare sector, and a lot of times it's just like cost cutting, or is it just good enough? And it's one of the things that kind of drives me nuts about a lot of different aspects of life and business. All right, what's good enough to get it out the door? Not, is this ready to rock? And I understand there's a balance between, hey, make it go, and you can spend time being overly perfectionist with things, but a lot of these systems don't talk to each other. They don't reconcile. It doesn't validate information. It's I've done a lot of work with like the VA healthcare systems on a like programming and like healthcare information system level. And yeah, it's nightmare fuel. And why is it that I, as a person who's not even like I'm not a direct contractor with the government, I've just spent time interacting with their systems. A lot of times I or my team know their systems better than they do, and they work for the government. Like, we can tell you what it's going to do, but to us, it's a black box. It's one of the craziest working experiences I've had. And yeah, it's just, it's unfortunate. And a lot of it has to do with, built by minimum, like a basically minimum bidder, like lowest cost bidder type situation. And what is barely good enough to make it run, and okay, that's it, and send it out the door. It's very depressing in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's kind of like how that one Asian cat, man, at Clear Value Tax, bro, that speaks El Españolo as well, man. He says that, think about it, bro. You're putting up an IRS agent against the dude from Clear Value Tax. I don't know what his name is, bro. Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna fucking win, bro? Of course, the guy that runs Clear Value Tax, because it's part of the private industry. He makes a lot of money off what the fuck he does. Versus the IRS agent, he gets paid on hourly, bro, and he doesn't get paid any different unless he's doing OT and shit like that. And regardless of how he performs or how his work is, bro, he still gets the same check.
Right.
On OT. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I concur with you, Twinkie. That's why you probably understand it better than they do, because, hey, guess what, man? You get paid big bucks, good bucks, man, to do some
what's the incentive? What's their incentive? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tonio, Thomas Massey is the chief autist. I'm assuming that Massey is libertarian-minded, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, he was the one who voted against the tax on tips bill.
Yeah.
He's the one Republican who voted against it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I couldn't disagree with his rationale. Long story short, they're just going to significantly increase the deficit and significantly increase the debt.
Yeah. So, Twinkie, let us move forward with the Bitcoin chart. And actually, bro, I was having a conversation with Charlie yesterday. Not a verbal conversation, nevertheless, but I was having a conversation with him via fucking Telegram as to which way Bitcoin was going to move. And let me show you what I'm talking about, son. So, obviously, let me take off this fucking EMA ribbon because it looks pretty damn convoluted, son. So, Twinkie, he was saying, all right, this is what we got, man. It's going to be pretty difficult to compromise this wick here on day 46. And I'm like, I concur with you, bro. I concur with you 110%. It's going to be really difficult to compromise that. So, you're right. The 60-day cycle is probably in. But I was noticing a couple of factors and a couple of elements. Of course, we do have, if you look at this movement that we've had the past 4 days, well, the past 4 days before it started oscillating sideways and it pumped, you saw that we dipped down and then we had a little bit of a freaking bearish pennant. That's usually an indicator that we'll end up dropping lower. And it did go into the area of the second fair value gap within the fair value gap on the weekly. Market loves going to that. So I was like, you know what, bro? And then the Bill Williams alligator, of course, you see that it's starting to trend upwards. I noticed that it was trending downwards. And then we had a fractal at the bottom. I'm like, dude, I don't think we're going to beat that wick. I don't think we'll come down here again to about 78,231. But I did think we were going to come down a little bit lower, maybe get close to it, and then run to the upside. Well, lo and behold, this morning, man, freaking Trump posted that tweet, bro, and just took a dump on my fucking cereals. But I am happy, Twinkie. I am fucking happy that I bought some of that freaking dip, bro, before this fucking, we got this God candle today, if anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of the benefits of having a little cash on the side and, you know, being able to nibble. Shout out to Diamond Hand Degenerate, who keeps receipts on a lot of things. In one of the Telegram chats, I posted a month ago-ish, when he and I were just, you know, having an exchange on it. I was like, yeah, 78K is kind of my max pain scenario.
Yeah. And that's why we see that this year, man. Now, mind you, cats, we're not out of the woods completely yet, man. We're still
not by any stretch.
Yeah, we're not out of the woods. We need to get a motherfucking break of structure. We at least need to beat this area, bro, here. And let me go ahead and freaking dash it up for you cats so you guys can see exactly what I am talking about. Let's go with color white and let's dash it up, man. Let's make it into freaking doggone dashed line. And this would be a BOS, a break of structure. Once we get that BOS, it's safe to say we are living a little bit dangerously, dumping a bunch of money into the market as we do pump to the upside, though. But nevertheless, bro, it's worth the fucking risk. The market seems like it wants to pump up in that direction. And I'll be showing you cats the S&P 500 momentarily. I know I don't cover that a lot in the channel, but it is one of the charts that I regularly do follow. Looking at other indicators. Of course, you guys know that I love to use my EMA ribbon. If I activate my EMA ribbon, which was on earlier, we're still a little bit bearish, meaning that we have the red portion to the top side and the yellow to the bottom. We are battling our way through that fucking EMA ribbon, trying to get to the top side so we can turn the sucker around, man, and continue trending in an upward fashion. Area we do need to get to. We at least need to freaking print a candle body at 96,589, bro, for this week. That would be gangster if we do, man. I'm just happy for you cats if you guys ended up buying some of this dip. Looking at this chart on the motherfucking weekly, let's see what we got, man. On the weekly, EMA ribbon is saying that we are bullish. We're getting fanning out as expected, bro, which is awesome. We did dump a little bit. What's kind of funny here, man, is you do have a little bit of an M pattern here, bro. I apologize for all this convolution that you're seeing here, but we are getting a little bit of an M pattern. But nevertheless, it could be that the dip that we did get with that wick to 78,000 is probably freaking the fulfillment of that M pattern, and hence why we're starting to move to the upside. Now, at the bottom, I do have the RSI. RSI is below the area of 60%, which means that it's trending downwards. But of course, anytime that I like to buy anything, I like to get it below 50, man. So we're still good to go. We're still doing fine. Bitcoin still looks freaking bullish. Is there anything you wanted to comment on Bitcoin, Twinksters?
Yeah, let me pull something up real quick here overall on the monthly, because I had some interesting chats with some people throughout the weekend. Let's say, you know, prior to today, a lot of people were feeling really bearish coming off February. And let me just kind of show you why.
Here we go. Boom.
Cool. All right, so here's what I want people to look at for the moment here. So this is the start of current 4-year market trending upward, upward, upward. A lot of people in the moment were really freaked out in the month of February, especially on the backstretch of that. We had a lot of bad news, right? Like if we go to the daily, you can just see there's a whole bunch of red throughout the month of February. Let me just blow this up a little more, right? Like pretty steep drop off, keeping in mind we had the Trump inauguration, Trump token, and then Libra token, all of which really wreaked havoc on Solana. Also, too, I think some folks were front running the major Solana unlocks coming, well, this month for FTX depositors and the like. So then again, this morning we had this crazy news where it just pumped up God candles in a few different locations, but it was definitely greasy and grimy working through that backstretch of February. And even then I was saying, hey, I don't really see anything that makes me think, it's not game on still. We've had assorted drawdowns in prior markets of 20 to 30%. So if you just kind of ballpark coming, like, let's just coming off the wick, 28%, give or take. Let's just say I'm a little sloppy on that. Let's just call it around 30, which is well within the realm of normal. So what I was actually looking at, though, was more on the monthly side of things. And in this case, you can still see that the overall trend remains intact, where we're still putting in, even though it was grimy in the month of February, it was still a higher low on the larger time frame. And so if you look at it, slightly compressed here, the parabolic trend is still intact. We haven't deviated enough from it. Yeah, you can go in and like really expand into it and look at it, and you got a few wicks which look a little gnarly on lower time frames, but on your higher time frame candle of a monthly, it's still intact. It's just a higher low. Now, what's interesting is we are starting to put in this series of steps where if you go back and look at like textbook parabolic trends, a lot of them will tell you, hey, like on step 4 or step 5, you need to be selling out. So, we're kind of like in this like step 3 area. So we'll see where the next leg of the market takes us.
And that's some good data right there, Twinksters. Now, Twinkie, you and I have had this conversation before, where we have talked about the aspect of Solana releasing more liquidity throughout the upcoming months. Do you have that schedule on hand, or do you remember it off the top of your head, bro?
Yeah, I think it's now.
Now, like the vast majority of the unlocks come out this month.
Like literally now.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it.
I believe it's like literally now, like today, maybe tomorrow, Monday. But yeah, it's I can hop over to that in a second. There's also like some macro data as well, kind of running in the background as well. There's potentially some bearish news on the horizon. Let's see here. Yeah, the Solana unlock schedule is, let me just hop over to this, March. So it's this month. I don't think they drill it down to the day. It was yesterday. Yeah, so started yesterday, I believe.
That explains it. Well,
so that is part of it, right? Now then we had the counter element to it of Trump saying, hey, Solana will factor into part of the reserve. Conspiracy theory makes me wonder if, some Solana insiders were able to bend the ears of Trump or the Trump administration to pump that token back up. So big unlock, pump it back up, because maybe I'm an FTX person or some industry insider and I got my Solana at sub $1, sub 20 cents. So I need that number back up, bro. There's a part of me that makes me wonder about that. As far as other macroeconomic data, be it for BTC, Solana, and some of this other stuff kind of running in the background, keep in mind, too, we've got a pretty busy month for macro data, core inflation, inflation rates, monthly, yearly. There's a Fed meeting later this month where I am not necessarily anticipating a rate cut. I think there's been some chatter. I wonder to what extent things have changed up enough, and let me pull up the probabilities, because those probabilities are sliding all the time. And let's take a look.
Yeah, with Solana, man, as far as Trump helping them out, we do know that he is biased towards American companies. That may be one of the reasons that he did give the ear that you mentioned to Solana, even though it ended up freaking releasing majority of its data. I'm going to add this to the stage, Stringsters.
Sure. All right, so you can see currently, right now, vast majority of folks weighing in through FedWatch are thinking current target rate is going to stay put. And so what I like to do to remind our viewers, and for some of our newer viewers, is I also like to take a go look over here at the probabilities. And you can see, again, 95% for the March meeting. If we speed run into the May meeting, 74% of people weighing in are saying no rate cut in May either. Now, what's interesting is this has started to slide around for rate cuts after that point moving forward. Now, 60% are thinking we're going to drop to 25 basis points. We'll cut by 25 basis points with another 17-ish% saying, hey, potentially 50. So combined, we're now looking just shy of 80, probably like 76-ish, 77-ish% of people. And you can start to see some trends developing over time. Again, with something like 78% of people thinking we'll be kind of in this band. And you can just see how it moves over time, where now more people are projecting at least 1 to 2 cuts throughout the span of the year. Whereas if you go back a few weeks ago, people were saying 0 to 1.
Yeah. Yeah, Twinkie. So
again,
Miguel, I think Miguel on the stream last night was saying that maybe he's expecting it in May. But then again, I mean, that's just speculation. I mean, and things can change over the upcoming months with data that's coming down the pike, bro. I'm assuming that they're probably gonna try to fucking hold on to it as hard as they can, bro, while getting freaking pressure from the Trump administration. Biden would keep his mouth pretty zipped up. He wouldn't tell anything to Jerome Powell. Trump's been pretty vocal.
Well, Powell may to a certain extent have his hands tied somewhat, and Powell strikes me as an overall straight shooter to the best of his abilities. However, there's a bunch of macroeconomic data. And so if you are relying on the official government data, which we know historically has been ultra cooked, it may be part of their policy procedure or his guiding light. Hey, I need to rely on the official data. And then the data is revised after the fact. So here's a handful of things I think. I actually think the economy for the average person has been far worse off than the government numbers reflect. I don't think anyone who watches this is particularly surprised by it. Here's one thing I don't see many people talking about. And this is one of the points of concern I have looming on the horizon. So here's one more share. So this is from the Fed Reserve for Bank of Atlanta. It's not an official forecast, blah, 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 disclaimers. So blue chip consensus over here is real GDP estimate for 2025 Q1. And everything's kind of been floating around this number at around 2-something%. If you look at the overall Fed Now estimate, it is plummeting, and this would actually indicate recession type category.
Yeah. Politico actually released an article on this, Twinkie, after Trump got elected, that the actual unemployment rate was at 25%. They had been hiding it for a while, bro.
Well, it's all government hires and non-native hires and all sorts of madness.
Yeah, and it makes sense, bro. I mean, they had to cook, like you mentioned, they had to make freaking Biden look freaking fabulous. And as much as they would push that narrative that the economy was good, bro, people that were going to the supermarket, dude, were not feeling that way. And they were kind of hoping the whole abortion thing would help them out during the fucking election, bro. And it turns out people care more about freaking the cost of freaking food, bro, and they care about freaking abortions, if anything. Know what I mean? It's not an abortion that you get every day, man. People got to eat every day.
Yeah, everyone's got to eat. Everyone needs shelter. And, it's foundational level stuff for civilization has got to be firing all cylinders before you can really, I would say, have an argument for having facilities for abortions. Like if people can't eat, people don't have a roof over their heads. That's priority one.
Yeah, people got to get their freaking. And the thing is, man, even fast food's fucking become expensive. Domino's actually fucking ran some stats and shit, bro. And they're coming to realize that people don't want to get freaking carry or delivery anymore because of the fees that they get with it. They'd rather drive all the way to the Domino's store and buy it there. And that's not good data, bro. And they're even freaking making their fucking prices cheaper. Even then, bro, they're still having fucking shortages as far as sales goes for freaking restaurants and shit like that. And Twinkie, on my end, as a matter of fact, bro, I have not sold any piece of real estate, bro. And I've been marketing up the yin yang since December, dude. Of course, I'm not licensed to sell real estate.
You just got property you're trying to move.
I'm not licensed to sell real estate. I subdivide it. I freaking make it into lots, get some engineers. Then I have somebody with a real estate license, broker's license, sell it for me. And they're even having a hard time fucking moving properties. And I'm talking about Texas, son. Texas is a little bit more affordable, especially in the area I'm at. I understand bigger areas like Dallas and Austin is a little bit more competitive. But one of the things I did get from my real estate sellers, believe it or not, is people don't want to buy right now because they're going to think they're getting deported.
Sin papeles.
Sin papeles, yeah, Twinkie. All right, man. Let's move forward, my friend. Let us move on to the next freaking token, man. Check this out, bro. Before we move there, look at what freaking Art Suave said, man. Domino's was even giving discounts on food for tipping their drivers. Look at that shit,
That's
son.
crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts, dog. That's nuts. Let us move forward to Solana, since we were talking about Solana, man. And I was trying to draw up a little bit of a fucking inverse Elliott wave, bro. Didn't really pan out for me, bro, from what I was seeing here. But with Trump's tweet, bro, look which way the fucking market it went. We got that freaking God candle. And one of the things that gave me a hard on about this, Twinkie, is that we broke some motherfucking structure, son. Boom. Right there, homie. Of course, some people like to count the candle wick. I like the candle bodies, bro. We did break that structure, man. And you can see that the Bill Williams alligator doesn't want to turn back up to the upside. Now, let me see if I have the sucker marked for its 20-day cycles. Let me turn off all this convolution, if you don't mind. Turn off my Bill Williams alligator. And you can see that we were due. And if we grab our next measuring tool over here, man. And this is going to be a little bit of an oddity, man. This one's going to be a little bit of an oddity, bro. I'd have to remeasure this, dude. But nevertheless, we did break that structure, man. And everything did seem like we're trending in a downward fashion. Of course, you see this blue block over here, man. That was an OG order block. Now, when you break past an OG order block, man, and you continue in a downward fashion, of course, it picked up the secondary order block. This now becomes a breaker block. And breaker blocks combined with fair value gaps become very, very, very freaking rare and very, very powerful. But nevertheless, you see that Solana is recovering. I am hoping that it continues to the upside, man. And I'm hoping that it fights its way back into these fair value gaps. So the freaking value of Solana can go up again. Now, it is a good thing that is one of the fucking tokens that was mentioned by President Trump, along with XRP, ADA. Which other one did he mention, Twinkie? Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Solana, ADA, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum.
Yeah, no, the OG ones, basically the OG ones. Now, let's look what the EMA ribbon is entailing. See what the EMA ribbon says. EMA ribbon is still somewhat bearish, man. If you see within the EMA ribbon, we still have the 200 EMA running at the top portion of it. It is still fanning out, and it's still red in color to the top side. So Solana still has a battle to go up there. But the good thing is that we did beat the first area, which is a break of structure. Now, let me turn off all this fucking pretty shit, and let's go over to the weekly, see which way it looks. Now, on the weekly, we are a little bit bullish. Again, you see that M pattern right there, man. Hence why we ended up dumping so freaking hard, and that's probably the fulfillment of that M pattern. And you're probably going to see that on the charts as we push forward throughout the rest of the tokens we are going to cover, man. Now, Twinkie, we almost forgot, man. The Richard Hart case has dropped.
Yeah, so Richard defeated the SEC. So judge granted motion to dismiss on that one, but basically judge found SEC did not have sufficient jurisdiction or evidence to proceed forward. SEC, I believe, has 20, now 19, I think, days for rebuttals, but I personally not expecting them to offer any sort of rebuttal.
Yeah, I was listening to doggone freaking, I think it might have been Crypto Coffee, bro, or it might have been Hexologist. One of those two. They had mentioned that it's very, very rare, bro, that you ever end up getting a case dropped by the courts, bro. And this case was one of the rarer ones, because majority of the other cases, bro, like the thing on meme coins, and I think it was a lawsuit on Coinbase, and I don't remember what the other one was, but those were actually dropped by the SEC themselves. This was actually reversed by the court, man, which makes it a little bit more rare, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. Again, the judge granted motion to dismiss on that one. So I believe the judge generally pointed out that the SEC's allegations were not supported by facts. So I think that was probably more strongly worded in legalese. Shout out to Nuclear Herbs. Definitely go give him a follow and check his Twitter feed. I know he's a lawyer himself, and probably has a much more detailed and legally correct breakdown of the actual case.
I concur. Since we're already talking about freaking Richard Hart, man, why not move over to Hex, bro? Let's see what Hex is doing, bro. Now, if we look at Hex and you see this fucking chart we have here, man, you see that we did a we got a little bit of a God candle here. This is P-Hex, by the way, cats. Am I correct? Yes, this is P-Hex. You can see that a couple days ago, 3 days ago, we had a giant fucking up candle, man. And if we measure that up candle, bro, that God candle, it was approximately about 39% in a day, man. But then the next day, we got a giant ass wick to the top side. And if you measure that together, you're talking about at least 44%, man, which is gangster as fuck. One of the things that I am liking about this shit, man, is that we did break a little bit of structure on this end from this area here, which I'm going to show you right here, cats. On this area right here. But we still have a battle to the upside. We do need to get all the way up over here, beat this area. Let me grab my little freaking drawing marker, bro, because I know I got a bunch of shit in my chart. We need to beat this area here, and we need to beat this area here as well, man. That's our next battles. And I prefer seeing a candle body over wicks, Twinkie, because, I mean, that indicates more price movement, or that's what I like to see. And as you see that we are progressing to the upside, we are approaching that fair value gap on the weekly. Of course, right now we are printing a little bit of a red candle. Things are seeming a little bit bullish. If you were to drop $100 on motherfucking Hex right now, you would get approximately 7,429 tokens, dude. Twinkie, you were saying that a T-share right now costs about $500 or so, because I remember last I checked it was like about $120.
Yeah, so the T-share rate obviously has gone up since you and I first started getting into Hex. It's around one T-share is 41,184 Hex today. Shout out to Crispy, Hexfire.io, and all the other folks who go into producing Hex stats today. It's a great tool if y'all don't use it. That is hexstats.today. Highly recommended. Just bookmark it. Super useful. So if you take that value of 41,184 Hex and then plug that into, the basically USD amount on that one, it's around $550, $560 these days right now for a single T-share. So, and it's just going to get harder and harder to come by.
Yeah, and I'd been preaching that for a while, Twinkie. I was telling people, man, you need to get your fucking T-shirts now, bro. And it's not only until we get to the top of the bull run, bro, that people are going to be freaking lusting over the T-shirts, if anything. EMA ribbon is indicating that we're still bearish, at least on the daily. But if we go over to the weekly, look at that, son. We are bullish, homie. We are fucking bullish. So, go ahead.
Yeah, and as I was saying, like, not just that. After you finish this one, if you could flip it over to the Hex to Pulse ratio too, once you finished your weekly analysis.
Got it. Now, so as mentioned before, you can see that the EMA ribbon in itself is pretty damn bullish. Let's check out the Bill Williams alligator and see which way the market's going. I'm assuming that it should be already trending in an upward fashion, especially on the weekly. And it seems like it's kind of oscillating sideways. For you cats that don't know, man, the bottom portion of the Bill Williams alligator, the blue line, is considered the jaw. The red is considered the teeth. And then the most volatile line is the green line, which is to the top side. Usually when it oscillates sideways, it is what it is. It indicates that the alligator's mouth is open, so there's not a lot of movement. Hence why you have sidewards oscillation. We go to the daily, man, you can see that we're starting to flip bearish a little bit. And you can see that the Bill Williams alligator was actually heading in a downwards trend. Now, if we put our fractals on here, the last fractal we got was actually to the top side. And anytime you get a top fractal above the red line, it indicates you're probably going to get another one. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, monkeys. There you go. There's the data on Hex, man. Twinkie, you wanted me to go over to the freaking...
Yeah, just throw it against the pulse ratio. It's just worth taking a look at. So I got to give Jay credit, I think, for labeling it. Agent Jay over at DRT, DGen Roundtable, go give them a follow. If you throw that on the weekly, just to make it a little less noisy. So Jay's been calling this his Hex dominance thesis, and Richard's been very open about Hex effectively being the Bitcoin of his ecosystem. And aside from the crazy wicks that we see in the Pulse Chain ecosystem, yeah, the argument's there, right? It's consistently overall grinding up and to the right against Pulse, which is effectively their Ethereum over on Pulse Chain. And if you actually kind of ignore some of the crazy wicks a little bit, you can see overall it's generally putting in higher lows on larger time frames.
Yeah. Twinkie, I think it was, I think you had texted me, bro, that the Pulse X to Pulse Chain ratio became very fucking close, bro.
It actually punched through. Yeah, it actually did punch through, and it pulled back slightly, but it's nothing to write home about. It's basically 1-to-1 for all intents and purposes.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So we'll take a look at that in a minute.
Yeah, fabulous. Is there anything else you wanted to expand upon this, man?
No, if you don't have some hex, you're gonna be sorry.
Yeah, man. Dude, I'm glad it's making a little bit of a comeback. Now, let me go back to the hex chart, bro. Actually, I was talking with you about this, Twinkie. Let me see. Well, let's go over to the weekly. No, Pulse Chain. Let me go over to Pulse Chain. I wanted to show you cats something on Pulse Chain. PLS, Wrap Pulse Die. I was actually telling you this, Twinkie. Let's see. Make sure we're on logarithmic. I'll adjust it for later, Twinkie. I had another chart set up. I gotta go find it, man. I don't want to bore our audience, bro, with me fucking around with pretty lines and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, like.
But nevertheless, bro, I was concerned because what was going on. I was noticing that we were heading towards a giant descending triangle, bro, and we were getting towards the end of that triangle. And I'm like, dog, this shit does not look good, man. And then boom, bro. Fucking hex started shooting up to the upside, man. I do know that Richard was fucking commenting a little bit on freaking pump.tires earlier today, man. Especially with his token, most. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I should have freaking thrown some money into Cardano, bro. Not ADA, the OG ADA. I'm talking about the real fucking ADA on Pulse Chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we can only allocate so much money to different tokens, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I got to give Charles some level of credit. Charles Hoskinson, Cardano founder. At least he finally publicly apologized to Richard on Twitter.
Really, I need to repost that, man.
Hey, bro, how about you just not be a dick and do your homework the first time?
Yeah, man. People that have dove into the hex ecosystem, because you always got what do people see? They see a guy flaunting in Gucci that's fat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Talking a lot of shit, smoking dudes on debates and shit like that. With the exception of what's the name of that one bit or that gold maxi? I forgot his name, bro.
Uncle Peter Schiff.
Yeah, Peter Schiff. I think Richard Hart lost that debate. But other than that, Richard Hart was smoking everybody, bro. And I think that's why he got a lot of hatred, bro. But if you actually look at as to how hex works, bro, people actually come around, man. They say, no, this is not a fucking scam. Like in that hex movie, bro, those two fucking professors, bro, that thought it was a fucking scam. They looked into it. Their minds changed. You know what I'm saying? If you can look past the flaunting, you know what I'm saying?
Well, aside from that, like the flamboyant elements Richard has, also too, it doesn't look great. Like right, wrong, indifferent. Innocent or not, getting slapped with an Interpol red notice, getting charged by the SEC doesn't look good, right? And it's a court of public opinion. Right, wrong, indifferent.
I concur. I completely concur, man. And they will drag you through the mud, especially when you have a bunch of soy boys in crypto talking some mad shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you think about. I think about during Trump's first campaign, culminating in his first election. People were like, "Oh, he's not the most well-spoken. He's not the most polite individual. He's not all these other things." I don't care. Is it effective? Is he right? Does it work? That's the only thing that I care about, right? Like, politely, fuck your feelings. Can we get to the truth and what works and what's good for the people? What is scalable? What helps them be prosperous? And so, you are not entitled to me making you feel better about your life. Sorry, you're just not. That's just not how any of this works. I can respect you as a person. I can respect your opinion. Many opinions I don't respect, but I'm capable of respecting opinions. But as far as the rest of it, fuck that, man. No, what works?
Man.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Now, I've already covered my shit on Hex, Twinkie, unless you wanted to cover something else within the Hex.
No, we talked a little bit about the T-share rate, talked about some cash monies, talked about Richard. We're good on Hex. We can move on to the next one.
Cool, man. Since we already talked about fucking Hex here, man, let's shout out some of the people in the freaking chat, bro. We got motherfucking Large and in charge, man. Presente. By the way, monkeys, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. I do have Twinkie's data in my socials at the bottom. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, man. It's rare when Twinkie comes online, but when he does come online, man, he does drop a lot of gems as to which way the market's going, bro. Make sure you guys follow this fundamental analyst, man. He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Follow me on Twitter. Yeah. Like us, like the video, like, share, subscribe to this channel. Share the video with your friends. If you're gonna hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Telegram. Those are the best places to catch me these days. Yeah,
I concur, man. We got my boy Nick, Eric Trump hyping up retail investors. We got my other homie here, motherfucking Diamond Hat Degenerates. What's up, gentlemen? ¿Qué pasó, amigo? How's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Moonpill?
Check this out, bro.
Yeah. I have to go back and watch that episode. So a lot of times it's tough to catch the DRT guys because we're usually prepping over here. But I have to go back and check that out.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Quick one before I forget. I know you're running through this, but just because who was it? I think it was Moonpill was saying. Oh, so it was Nick. Nick was saying Eric Trump hyping up retail investors. So that whole BTC thing and E thing, that was what 50x leverage, 50 times leverage on Hyperliquid for BTC and ETH opened up last night this morning. Did you see this? Like the total position was worth about leverage out was like $200 million worth of position. I think it opened on like a $5 or $10 million position, but the total leverage works out to like 200 mil on everything when all said and done or reconciled. If they had gone 2% to the downside, they would have been liquidated. 2%. Wow. They're making out like bandits, right? Total inside job. 100% somebody had insider information.
Yeah, man. That happens a lot with higher ups.
Yeah. No, I get you, man. But it's definitely unusual that levered up like that time. No, unquestionably somebody knew this was coming. And I'm not necessarily saying it's anyone directly in the Trump's administration, but maybe Eric was talking to his buddy who told his friends, sisters, cousins, best friend's uncle, and all of a sudden somebody levered out.
Boom, man. Hey.
Boozy's right. There is rumor that it was David Sachs. I don't think anyone has proof of substantiation on that, but I did see that rumor as well.
I gotta pull up that freaking that freaking statement. So, all right, who else we got here, man? Diamond Hand Degenerates, man. Only 5% of SEC cases have been dismissed by the judge. There you go. That's what I was looking for, man. That's exactly what I was looking for, man. You know what I'm saying? Fallout Zone. Nice little pump. I concur. Boosie, what's up, amigo? Hey, man, you good? You good? Nellyville. Sorry I'm late, guys. Was having dinner with the family. Since you're here, man, fragrance of the day again is Versace Eros Energy, bro. This is a damn good fragrance, man. A little bit like fucking Creed Aventus, but I think it smells a little bit better, man. It opens like Creed Aventus, and then it evolves into something completely different. It is what it is. I do like this fragrance, man. Very affordable. You can probably get it for $45 fucking dollars, bro. Great fragrance. Great freaking fragrance. You're gonna mention something, Twinkie? I
was gonna ask, what are the smells or profile of it? Would you describe it? How would you describe that?
Pineapple. A lot of pineapple. It opens up very strong, very fruity, very pineapple-y.
Very intro music fruity.
No, not that. I mean, masculine fruit. I don't know if there's any masculine fruits out there, bro. Not a lot of florals on this bad boy, man. Let me see. Yeah, I get a lot of freaking dry pineapple.
Okay.
So that's long too, man.
And which one is that? Is that Versace for men, Eros?
Yeah, Versace Eros Energy.
Energy, okay.
Yeah, this is one of their newest ones. When I was I heard there was a new one, bro. I didn't do my research because, dude, I was fucking busy as fuck. But I heard there was a new one, and usually new fragrances get dropped in Vietnam. When I was in Vietnam, I was looking for that new Versace. I couldn't find it, bro. Couldn't fucking find it, or else I'd bring a couple, dude. You know what I'm saying? Customers would probably be like, nah, you didn't buy that for personal use, homie. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that is Versace Eros Energy. Who else we got here, man? Vamos a ver. We got Hexus. Let's frickin' go. Let's see. Ricky Romero. Will Trump pump market now with the White House Crypto Summit this Friday? I didn't even know there was a summit this Friday, bro.
Yeah, they did announce that they had a summit forthcoming. I believe it was the 7th, right? March 7th.
Yeah.
They announced it, I think, yesterday or this morning. So I believe that'll be run by David Sachs. I don't know who else is planning on attending, or what sort of scheduled conversation they're planning on having. I am very interested to see how markets shape up tomorrow, Ricky, and for the rest of the gang out there on that one. As we had quite the weekend pump, and we'll see if people are taking profits significantly come Monday morning.
Yeah, I think tomorrow we're probably going to rip up pretty damn hard, bro. I'll be pulling up the S&P 500 right now as soon as we get done through these comments. Nice data, man. Buy Versace Eros Energy before the spring break. Since the day Mancera Jardín exclusive. That one sounds fresh as fuck, man. Nellyville, it was asking me if it's office friendly. Yeah, absolutely, man. It is office friendly. If you're in the office, you can do about 5 sprays. Fuck it. Hurt some nostrils.
5 sprays. Okay.
Cinco, man. There you go. This is what I was looking for. Eros Najim is the newest. Spicier Eros. I was looking for it, bro. I couldn't find it over there. I guess it wasn't released in Vietnam early. I was kind of hoping I get my hands on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Wow. A little boosty Bert. Tariffs go into effect on Tuesday, by the way. There you go. Related to tariffs, let us move over to the S&P 500, son. The SPX. Y aquí estamos con the SPX. I was talking to Charlie, man. I'm noticing that there is a little bit of a 60-day cycle on freaking S&P 500. Normally, when you look at stocks and you look at freaking the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, bro, you want to run it on freaking 30 days. But I have been noticing consistencies with 60-day cycles, man. And that would make sense because the last one we had was 54 days. Prior to that one was 64, and the one prior to that was approximately 44. And the one prior to that was 61. Currently, what I am seeing is we went clearly into that fair value gap that was overlapping. We shot to the bottom of it, bro, and then we ended up shooting to the top side. But this is not a bullish engulfing candle till we compromise the bearish one that we did dump to the top side. We do need to break a little bit of structure. Are we breaking structure? Todavía no. So in order for us to break the first area of structure here, man, I would say we need to get to about this area aquí. Like right there, man, at about 6,009 points, 0.45. Once we get there, man, and we beat that, you could say we're pretty much in the safe zone. It may be that we grab this fuel down here to start running to the upside to get to this fair value gap here at the far end, way at the top, man. But consistently, this is nothing abnormal from freaking the S&P 500, man. When you get these candles that we do dump to the downside pretty damn hard. If you look at about the last cycle prior, look at the size of this candle, man. Now, of course, this is the stock market, man. So things are not as volatile as they are in crypto. While we're used to seeing 5s, 10s, 15, 20% dumps, and the same thing for the opposite side, these cats get a whopping 3%, man, and they lose their fucking minds, dude. So shout out to you. You know technical analysis on the crypto side. You come over to the fucking the stock market side, dude, and it's a piece of fucking cake, bro, as far as everything looks. Now, if I grab my drawing tool here, ¿Dónde la tengo? I'll grab it over here. There it is. You can see that this is not abnormal, man, when we dump like this, bro. This is not abnormal, so it's pretty damn common, and I'm assuming we're going to start a new cycle. And if this is the end of the 60-day cycle for freaking the S&P 500, we're probably going to end up starting another one, which will probably create a new freaking higher high, if anything. You know what I mean? Let's see which way it takes us. If we activate our EMA ribbon on this, man, we're still a little bit bullish. You can see that it was starting to tighten up a little bit, but nevertheless, the EMA ribbon is entailing that we are bullish. Now, I did take a look at it as far as the Bill Williams alligator goes, man, and it was bearish on the daily. Now, let's check this sucker out on the weekly, man, see which way it looks. And you can see that on the weekly, Bill Williams alligator, man, has been ripping pretty damn hard for a long fucking time, man. The last time that we oscillated sideways was at approximately in October 30 of 2023, man. So ever since October, man, we've been going to the upside, man, of 22. This is 2023, homie. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a while that it's been going to the upside on the weekly. And whenever you end up getting these freaking dumps on the daily, man, it usually has an effect on Bitcoin. Now, of course, the crypto market does follow which way Bitcoin does go as far as the altcoins go, and Bitcoin follows where S&P 500 goes, NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones. You know what I'm saying? Not much other data than that. Let's put the RSI on this bad boy, but let's put it on the daily to see what's going to happen in the immediate time frame. Now, the RSI, you can see that it's starting to reverse to the upside, man. And we're about to compromise that area of about the 50.39. Currently, we are at about 44.45. It will not be surprising, Twinkie, if tomorrow we end up compromising that. Now, why am I showing you cats the S&P 500? Because when I was looking at the S&P 500 and I was looking at the giant wick that Bitcoin did to the bottom side, I was like, dude, Bill Williams indicators saying that we're going to end up freaking dumping a little bit. But I don't think we're going to end up beating that freaking wick that we recently had, if anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was looking at the fucking doggone S&P 500 to see which way the market would take us, if anything, man. Know what I mean? So other than that, man, that's all I got to show you guys here. Twinkie, is there anything you wanted to add to that? I see that you're muted there, my friend.
Nothing too terribly heavy duty. It's, again, we got a lot of different macro data elements coming up, some that are US specific with respect to stuff like that crypto summit forthcoming, as well as a sort of macro data we outlined a little bit earlier. I'm really curious to see how the markets, again, open up on Monday morning, as potentially people are rushing in to maybe buy into those candles and keep them moving, or maybe if they're in a position where it's profitable, they're going to start selling out. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow morning.
Yeah, there you go, cats. There you go. Look what we have here. My favorite Asian, Agent J, D Generanto. Is that my favorite masked luchador and devil food cake?
Yeah, shout out to Jay. Jay, we were just talking about, I gave you credit on the labeling of the hex dominance thesis on that one for the pulse chain side of things. Jay and I were talking about a few other things the other day, just some interesting things we were looking at in trading view and the like. Let's say, pretty soon people will get a sneak peek on some of the stuff I've been working on outside of streaming and my own research and the like. Looking forward to showing off some toys and tools and the like.
Yeah, man. Dude, I need to drag both you cats over to Vietnam, homie. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what, man? I generally don't like most slanty-eyed folks.
Yeah. Whatever, bro.
Seriously, I don't. It's a cultural thing. I've been over there. I just dislike most of them.
You guys are my two paired zipper heads, man. Don't worry.
Yeah. But Jay's good shit. Jay's good shit.
Yeah, man. And of course, I am being horrific, bro. I am being horrific here because I am Mexican, dude. It's okay for us to talk shit to each other. Yes, I got to eat some pho. It was dope, bro. It was dope, man.
Did you get to shoot anything that go bang bang while you're out there?
No, I didn't get a chance to, bro.
Next time.
Drank too much tequila, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds about right. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Another thing too, man. Dude, over there, you really can't trust the tequila, bro, because remember, it is a communist country, dude. So you got to bring over your own, bro. So I had to bring over 200 750 ml bottles over there, dude. And then you can't trust the tequila there, but there was a Japanese motherfucking mall that was run by the Japanese. So the shit that you get there was legit. So
it's by Yakuza.
Yeah, man.
It's like.
So I went to the downside of that area, and I noticed that they had Clase Azul tequila, bro. And it was cheaper there than what it is in the States, but not cheaper than what it is in Mexico. And I was like, dog, I'll take some of that. You know what I'm saying? So I got blitzed on that. I got blitzed on 1800, bro. I met a couple female freaking Vietnamese movie stars, man. We kicked it off pretty damn well, bro. And they tried 1800 for the first time. Like, wow, this is some good shit. You know what I'm saying? I did drink one beer out there, bro. I mean, I don't really fuck with beer because I do keto and shit like that, man. But that motherfucking, I think it was Saigon beer, bro. That shit is delicioso, man. That is a damn good beer. It throws chingazos with Tecate Light. Tecate Light was my favorite freaking Mexican beer, bro. With Saigon beer, bro, I think that would, you get blitz, you drink both of those bad boys, bro. Mix that in with 1800, homie. Yeah. One tequila.
Well, okay. Like, did you have beer to start before you had the tequila, or were you several tequilas in before you had the beer?
No, I had fucking tequila, bro. I had beer because fucking I was being peer pressured by my fucking Vietnamese homies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying, dude? Yeah,
but like, was it drink number 1 or was that drink number 10?
That was drink number 1.
Okay, all right. Because like it would be like if it's drink number 10, like it probably doesn't matter how it tastes. You think it's just gonna taste delicious anyway.
Yeah. No, it was good. That was drink number 1, bro. It was drink number 1. Craziest shit I had over there, bro. I ate some weasel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sounds good.
I didn't like it. I didn't like the weasel, man. Fucking it's too greasy and it's too chewy, bro. I wasn't a fan, dude. I was not a fan of the weasel. Of course, I had escargot, man. Over there, man. Like for example, here in the United States, we know that we cook our chicken well, and we know that we cook our fucking beef, our pork very well. Over there, they boil it. It's another form of cooking. It's still edible. It's just that when they bring it to you, bro, like
Texture.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like, dude, you don't want to be a punk ass bitch, bro, and a bunch of Vietnamese people looking at you say, hey man, oh dude, this is delicious. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you gotta eat that shit, man. We got a couple questions here in the motherfucking chat, bro. Boogie, you gonna be in a movie now? Maybe, bro. Damien, how are the strip clubs over there, man? I want to go to the Philippines. I didn't go to any strip clubs there, homie. All I gotta say, man, if you gotta pay for shit over there, man, you down bad, dog. You're down bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Humidity was hot, but I think Okinawa was worse, BLX. Okinawa's humidity was unlike I've ever felt before, man. Okinawa was in another level, bro. Let's see. We got Ricky Romero, 76 KBT. What is KBT, Twinkie?
I don't recognize that. I don't know if that's like supposed to be like
Oh, I get it.
$76,000.
It's 76K BT.
I'm assuming BTC.
BTC, you know what I'm saying? Okay, there you go. Yeah, BTC. 19K Solana, 8K Sui, 4.
So those are all dollar amounts, man. So okay. I think you're gonna do just fine, Ricky. Hey, if you want to like post US dollar amounts, that's at your discretion. I personally, generally try to avoid that just in case. Yeah.
Ricky, I'm hoping that's not your picture. Put on a ski mask like I do, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You might want to consider operational security to a certain extent, or you need to be comfortable welcoming any and all challengers.
Yeah, it's a good thing there's only 76 people here in the freaking chat, bro. Because I mean, don't do that on Fresh and Fritz stream, homie.
No.
If I was you, go order a treasure, homie. Order a motherfucking treasure, dude, and put that shit there. You know what I'm saying? What we got here, man? Boogie,
I'm just kind of eyeballing it.
Boogie, you gotta introduce me to some Tex-Mex. I definitely will, man. Definitely will, dude. I think you're gonna do fucking fine, bro. I think he mentioned you even got some chronos, bro. Dude, you're gonna do fucking fine, bro.
Yeah. So Ricky, I think that's totally doable on that. A lot of it is just going to be progressively taking profits on the way up, and risk reward. I think the Richard Hart ecosystem offers the best overall risk reward. Personally, too, I also think based on what I follow, because there's just like millions of crypto tokens, so it's not possible to follow all of them these days. I would personally, I'm playing pretty heavily in the Sonic ecosystem. In fact, my next big fat DCA will probably be into the Sonic ecosystem.
Yeah. I'm making some decent bank in the Sonic. Let me drop you guys a little bit of a gem, man. Twinkie, we will cover Sonic and then we will call it a day, man. But I do want to show these guys I'm sure if you guys are here, you guys know exactly what DCC's been in. And it's no longer a fucking secret. Let me take you guys over there. Bear with me. Now, I don't like to fuck with LPs too much, man. Because last time I fucked with LPs, my ass got fucking wrecked, son. I got fucking wrecked. But you guys can make a little bit of dinero if you guys come over here to Shadow Exchange. You know what I'm saying? Go over here to Liquidity. One of my favorite pools that I like to fuck with, man, is Staked, Sonic, and Shadow, bro. It says 668%, but if you'll go aggressive on deposit here, you could see, man, that the APR is at 2674, man, and it's been pretty damn consistent. You could see it's bouncing around this line here, bro. So here's some alpha for you cats. This is not a big ass freaking stream like that Charlie has or DCC has or Fresh and Fit has. So it's very few people with limited data, and I don't think this is gonna get shared out a lot, man. But you can make some bank here. Just be advised, man. You can get wrecked. Now, mind you, if Sonic pumps, that means Shadow's gonna pump. So if they both pump, you're probably gonna make some decent amount of bank, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, if
Yes.
the mar- if the
You want that tight chop. And like before people go providing liquidity, in this case, you need to understand what concentrated liquidity is and like the way different aspects of V3 LPs work. Shout out to Crypto Sloth, friend of the channel, also Crypto Mindset alumnus. Go watch his videos on LPs to understand what the hell you are getting into. Otherwise, you can wind up significantly offsides.
Now, since there's only, I don't have that many followers. Usually the way a liquidity pool works, man, let's say you have fucking Sonic and you have Shadow, right? Shadow pumps, it ends up selling some Shadow into more Sonic. You know what I'm saying? If Sonic dumps, you end up selling more Shadow into more Sonic. Sonic pumps, it ends up selling more Sonic to get you more Shadow. But if they both pump, then you're pretty much good. But be advised, man, only do this if you have access to your computer, bro. Now, one of the strategies that I like to practice, man, I'm a big proponent of Sonic. We always want to get the L1. If Sonic is dumping or the market is dumping, I pair that with USDC and I let the USDC DCA me into motherfucking Sonic, bro. Now, do not throw your entire fucking bag in there. You are going to get fucking wrecked, bro. And it's a good thing I only got 81 followers, man. Not financial advice, cats. And please use a condom wallet. Yes, I get Shadow is from a legitimate person, freaking $24. But we always want to qualify people after they've been, or qualify exchanges after they've been around for a long time, especially decentralized exchanges or centralized ones. Man, mind you, never keep your shit on centralized. But once he's been in the game for 2 years, then you could probably promote it to a better wallet that you have, something a little bit more secure, man. So food for freaking thought, man. Rabby wallet works fabulous on this exchange, by the way. So food for thought.
Yeah, Rabby's been killing it on Sonic.
Yeah.
So let's see. Did you want to pull up the Sonic chart, or I got a Sonic chart I will quickly share here.
No, I wanted to talk more about fragrances, bro.
Okay, cool. We can talk about fruity fragrances, right? Like we'll play some fruity music on this one. So check this out. I know Boogie, I messaged you the other day on this one. So what I put together was a Sonic to Solana ratio chart over here. So in this case, I've got the long-term Phantom history integrated with this, just because I was kind of curious to see. And would you look at this shit, right? Like long-term Phantom trend line here, kind of broke through it, bounced off it, right? And this is on the ratio too. So this is a long-term ratio of Sonic to Solana. And so this is when Sonic actually launched, and where there's still an aspect of one-to-one parity. You can see Sonic gained a bunch of strength relative to Solana gained a bunch of strength relative to Sonic, bounced off this trend, and in this case, Sonic had gained a bunch of strength over the last several weeks. Now it's pulled back a little bit. We'll see how it plays out over time.
This is Sonic and what, Twinkie? Sonic and what?
Solana. So I sold off a good chunk of my Solana bag into Sonic the other week.
That would make sense.
Yep. But here's the name of the game. You can put in this. You can do mathematical operations in your symbols. So all I did was take the Sonic chart and I put it in terms of Solana, and that's all I'm doing. And so I could do this with Ethereum or DAI or BTC or any combination of things. So there's a few different ways of putting together some more advanced charts, but this is a basic way you can put together a ratio chart, especially if you like utilizing the different indicators and tools and things you have set up for yourself in TradingView.
And for you cats that don't understand, man, if you go to the top left of the fucking screen, you see it says SUSDT. That's Sonic USDT versus Solana USDT. Usually what that indicates that compared to Solana, how it's doing. So it's pretty much tracking how Sonic is doing against Solana. And if
phrased a little differently, it is the price of Sonic in Solana. So how many Solana do I have to pay to get Sonic?
There you go. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what that means. Let me go ahead. And, I don't know why I keep doing this shit, Twinkie. But let's see. Let us move forward. I'm going to go show you guys some motherfucking Sonic, the SUSDT token. Look at that fucking beautiful chart, man. That shit looks like a total fucking mess. Let me take this down here. Take off this EMA ribbon.
Hey, Boogie, how did you get 100% on the autism test without studying?
How did I get 100% on the autism? I think I got 100% on the ADHD test, homie.
Yeah. Didn't even need to study for it because you're special.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Bill Williams indicator is actually oscillating in an upward fashion, man. Now, let me turn this off for now, bro. And I'll turn off the stops as well, man. Sonic has been functioning as well on 60-day cycles. And of course, I had Twinkie helped me set this up because the Phantom chart actually fucking died out for the reason being that fucking everything's moving over to Sonic. And you can see that we're at approximately day number 28 with the UTC time frame. Now, I was talking to Charlie a little bit, and it looks like we printed a little bit of a bull flag on this side, and you can see that we're bouncing within that Fibonacci at the 50% rate. And we're currently compromising at 61.80, which is our gold zone. If you look at the freaking fair value gaps that I have here, these are two weekly fair value gaps, which makes them a little bit more prominent and stronger than the daily ones. And you can see that Sonic wants to start ripping to the upside. Well, it did rip to the upside, especially with these two candles that we did end up getting, man. Now, it does not mean that we're out of the woodworks yet again, cats. We do need to get an immediate break of structure. Where is the immediate break of structure? Right here, man. Hopefully in this area here at the 7.860. We need to beat this area, bro. Once we beat this area, you could say that we are on the safe side. So don't be freaking surprised if things do turn around and we come back down. Now, I was estimating that maybe Sonic was going to go a little bit lower because Bitcoin seemed like it was going to approach its wick to 78,000, even though it was not going to compromise that. And you can see that the Bill Williams alligator kind of wanted to turn around a little bit. Now it seems like it wants to oscillate sideways, and I'm assuming it's going to bounce within 6180 and 50%, probably in this area before it continues rallying to the upside. If I put my EMA ribbon on, you could see that we are using the 200 EMA as an area of support. Now, Charlie did mention this on one of his recent streams. Let me see if I can pull up my 200 moving average. Here it is. And I was looking at this, man, and I saw that we broke past the 200 moving average, and I'm like, dog, I think we're going to dump a little bit with Bitcoin if it approaches its wick again. And I was estimating that we were going to come down here to about 57 cents to this red line of about 52 cents. But then Donald Trump mentioned his fucking statement earlier this morning, and then boom, we started ripping to the upside pretty damn hard, bro. As far as the Bollinger Bands goes on this bad boy, you could see that the 20 moving average was acting as an area of support along with the 200 moving average. And we've got room to run all the way up over here, man, to about 91 cents. Now, if we get to 91 cents, guess what? We beat that freaking break of structure, which I had mentioned earlier. Let me go ahead and mark that for my personal records, monkeys. And that is the BOS. Now, let us go over to the weekly on motherfucking Sonic. Let's see how it looks like on the weekly. Let me turn off all my pretty freaking markers here, if anything. And you can see that Sonic has kind of been freaking like bouncing around in here, man. Again, as far as the weekly goes, next area we do need to beat to get a break of structure would be, dude, this area here of about $1.05.96. It would not surprise me, Twinkie, if this shit runs all the way up to about $18 to $23, if anything, bro. Especially if we do get it listed on Robinhood or motherfucking Coinbase. I think that's well within the realm of possibilities.
So I'm going to be more conservative, and I'm going to say $8 to $12 just to be conservative. And so when Boogie and I are throwing around these numbers, first off, don't just sit around like with your dick in your hand waiting for these numbers to magically show up one day. If you're up a 3x, 5x, 10x on your entry, please take some profits on the way up, just in case people are wrong, right? Like at the end of the day, you got to make your own decisions. Number two is a lot of this too is going to be based on largely how the overall market goes. So if, let's say, the total market cap only really cracks 4 trillion, or Bitcoin kind of gets cucked and only gets to 120,000, then some of these numbers are no longer achievable.
Yeah. So it all works out with how high of a market cap we do end up getting on the altcoins as well, man. So you're correct about that, Twinkie. Yep.
Now, but what we were looking though earlier, you could see like, hey, if you caught that bottom of that Sonic Solana ratio, you're making out great. I didn't quite catch the bottom. I did pretty well on that trade.
Shout out to my boy Kennedy Twinkie. You were asking me about Silo, and I'm not going to talk a lot about Silo. I'm not going to mention it a lot, but I'm going to.
Yeah. There are degenerate plays out there in Sonic where you can make a lot of money. I will verbally mention one. I've mentioned it like in a couple different places. I'm saying go throw significant portions of your stack in there. No, I'm not. Use a condom wallet. Play at your own risk. One of the ones I am using is Snake Finance. It is a tomb fork. Know what the hell you're getting into before you decide to play.
Yeah, there is a place called fucking Silo. Now I found out. Shout out to my boy Kennedy, man. It turns out $24 is also running Silo, bro. So there's some data for you.
There you go. Bam.
How do you know that? He had mentioned it a couple times on motherfucking on Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Andre has mentioned it a couple times on his Twitter too, but Andre's kind of like been retweet happy. If you're like building shit and like halfway, not trying to fuck people over, Andre's probably giving you a retweet.
So, there you go, monkeys. That is the data. Anything else you want to add, Twinkie? I'm pretty much good to go, man.
Yeah, we got that other thing we got to do tonight. If you know, you know. If you ain't in on it, well, too bad, so sad. You're gonna wish you were. So we got a couple quick parting questions here. We'll take a rapid fire rundown. Thoughts on eggs, Karn? I don't personally hold any. Like we were saying earlier, you can only get into so many tokens. I only have so many dollars at the end of the day. Like I've been playing on Snake Finance. I'm going to be moving the remaining balance I have of my G Snake LP into the Nest and just yield from here on out on the Nest. It's been making me. I made 100% of my money back within a week. Let me put it that way. Your mileage may vary. Don't be silly out there, people. Like you manage your risk.
Yeah. Has Harry Day returned, Twinkie?
Not that I'm aware. So like Tomb is a fork. I don't think it's an official Harry project, but watch Harry show up and try to nuke it. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway.
Do you guys like Spooky Swap still? It's the only decks I'm holding on. Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. I love Spooky Swap.
I think it'll have. Yeah, it'll have some runs and it's making some points. Damien, I would encourage you to like potentially get some Shadow and Metro exposure. I'm not saying you necessarily need to sell out a Spooky on that one, but I would encourage you, like, if you got fresh dollars coming in, try to get some exposure to Shadow and Metro at this point.
Now, let me answer Ricky Romero's question. Chrono's price prediction, I feel like it's at a steal right now. Yes, it is, my friend. It is at a fabulous deal. And for you cats that don't know, you guys can get Sonic on crypto.com, son. I'm saying,
ding, 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 ding.
There you go. Immediately. Now, mind you, it costs a little bit more over there, bro. But nevertheless, let me show you the Chronos chart, man. I think I do have it set up here somewhere. I'll run a little bit of TA fee, man, and we'll call it a night, man. Donde tengo Chronos aquí, bro? Donde lo tengo? I got Cardano. We got motherfucking dude. Everybody forgot about ApeCoin, Twinkie. You remember that coin? ApeCoin?
Yeah. There's so many coins, right? And also too, as you're getting into some of these things, ask yourself why you are getting into it. And like, don't just buy it because I say it or Boogie says it or like anybody else says it. Do a little bit of homework and put a little elbow grease into it and figure it out, because some coins are going to be good for trading. Like I think this is going to run up. Like we were looking at that ratios earlier, right? Like talking about pulse X to pulse or certain things. You potentially might sit there and say, my final destination is Sonic. I'm going to be playing with eggs or Snake or other things because I ultimately I think they're going to outpace Sonic for a period. Then I'm going to trade those into Sonic to get more overall Sonic. You can do that with any L1 if you figure out what kind of token, what are you buying? Why are you buying it? Where do you want to end up? And as long as you got some sort of plan or strategy, you'll probably be okay. And now then from there, you're talking about, okay, I don't want to be okay. I want to like optimize. But start with having a plan and understanding what you're getting into.
Exactly. Now, let us go over to the Chronos chart, man. Let me put it on the weekly, bro. Let me set this up, Twinkie. Let's see what we got here. I got a bunch of fucking convoluted shit here. Let me take a lot of this stuff off. Control Z on that bad boy. Vamos a ver. Let's see. All right, let's come back. Present, share screen. Let's go over to Crow USDT, man. Turn off this fucking EMA ribbon. Now, things are going to pop up all over the place, cats, so bear with me here, man, because put it on the weekly. Because I do have a lot of drawings on this shit. So I'm trying to make it as least convoluted as I can for you monkeys. Now, Crow can easily go. It can. I'm not going to say easily go, bro. It can go up all the way up to $3. I went ahead and I drew a fucking, where's it at, man? Where's that tool? The trend-based fib extension. we could possibly run up over here to about $3.88, man. That's not outside of the realm of possibilities, man. Now, for you cats that don't know, man, usually the Chronos exchange or crypto.com is usually where normies come in funneled through a lot of times, man. Normieville comes in through there. I came in through there when I first came into crypto, man. So about $3.88, well within the realm of possibilities. Do not wait to go all the way up over there, man, to make some fucking, to make some dinero. Make sure you DCA your way out, man. Set up some goals as to which way you want to fucking DCA out, bro. Do not let greed overcome you, because I promise you it's going to kick you in the balls, man, and it's going to make you into a tranny. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's aggressive, but not wrong. And look, if you get life-changing money, then go ahead and take it. Change your lives, man. You can get more money, you can get more stuff, you can't get more time. And look, at the end of the day, it's your life. You got to be okay with the choices you make when you look in the mirror. Just do what's best for you and yours, and make sure you're okay with your choices.
Yeah. We got an interesting question here. Large, any of you guys part of the council? No, I never got to hop on there, unfortunately.
Negative, Large.
Yeah.
Disclosure, bro, that's like the 10th time you've asked us about it, and I know for a fact on multiple streams we have said that's a no-go.
You're talking about disclosure?
Yeah. So, like, bro, don't ever ask us again.
Yeah, disclosure. We've already covered it a couple times, man. I'm assuming you're probably like just bouncing on the stream, bro, and not watching the
Trying to shill that shit, bro.
Yeah. It's not doing that great, man. Too much to buy, not enough time. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you caught me off guard with that. You fucking weirdo. All right, here's a fucking meme to add to that, bro. This is pretty funny, man. Turn off your screen there, Twinkie. This is pretty fucking funny. This is hilarious.
You know, I found out the hard way the last time that I tried this.
Oh, not again!
And I haven't seen this done with any other sodas before. And I just don't think it's going to be as crazy.
Not again! Oh, not again!
That's hilarious, bro. Shout out to he sent that one to me, man. Ricky Romero, yes, bro. I actually made some profit last time around. I made it at 96 cents, bro. Oh, there you go, man. All right, cats. Twinkie, where can they find you at, man?
Yeah, sure. Socials down below at Mr. Angry Twinkie on Twitter. Telegram's probably the best place to find me these days. Occasionally, I do run a solo stream when I got something pretty unique, different, or cutting edge. I got one in the hopper. I think I want to roll out soon. And yeah, thanks for having me, Boogie. Where can the people find you?
Here, man, they can find me at US_crypto_boogie. You can also get me on Twitter, same handle, same thing on Instagram, man. My links are at the bottom. Make sure you cats follow me there. This channel is not monetized, man. It's been a battle to get to 500, man. I'm assuming because I talk a lot of shit, but it is what it is, man. Make sure you monkeys follow, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. Again, being redundant, we do have Twinkie's data here at the bottom. Make sure you follow him too. Catch you monkeys at the Moon Gang meetup. Not the Moon Gang meetup. We got the. I'm at a loss for words, man.
Yeah. We got the class tonight. If you're in the class, we'll see you hanging out there in the chats. Otherwise, we will be back on a future stream.
Catch you monkeys later.